it's me, Debbie. Today we're chatting about the toxic white stuff you're putting in your coffee. We're facing an epidemic, people, and sugar is the cause of all of it. Cancer, diabetes, heart disease. Did I mention weight gain? Well, to keep my figure and my health, I'm sticking to Splenda. It's no calories, folks, so it's pretty much a no-brainer. Always a pleasure, Deb. Now, before you get too excited on the sugar front, I definitely recommend checking out the link to my blog in the video description below that highlight the differences between sugars and artificial sweeteners.
Enough reading. I've googled all the facts. Artificial sweeteners are great for people who want to lose weight, and they're even good for people with diabetes. So I plan on riding this calorie-free train for life.
You're not wrong about some of these benefits. In North America, we've got a bit of an issue with sugar-sweetened beverages because they're loaded with added sugar. So artificial sweeteners seemed like a really ingenious way to help us reduce our sugar intake and cut sugar cravings because they mimic the flavor of sugar without the calories.
Aha! Finally you agree! Artificial sweeteners can help you shed those LBs! And you always said there's no magic pill. Oh yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, Debbie. Like anything in nutrition research, things change. And in the world of artificial sweeteners, there's new evidence that contradicts what we once thought we knew.
Ugh, not again. Girl, why are you always rooting things I love?
On top of that, a few smaller cohort studies and observational studies, as well as some systematic reviews, found the link between artificial sweeteners and a higher BMI. But this may be more correlation than it is causation. It's possible that the kind of people who tend to be at higher risk of gaining weight tend to engage in more risky dieting behavior, which we know tends to backfire.
Well, none of that's happened to me. Artificial sweeteners help reduce my cravings, crush my appetite, and help me eat less.
That may be true for some people, but definitely not others. While the research in this area is mixed, with some research finding absolutely no impact on hunger, other research has found a link between artificial sweeteners and an increase in appetite. This may be because the presence of sweetness in the absence of calories tricks our body into expecting some kind of sustenance that it's not getting. This is one evidence-based theory, but there's also been research that refutes it as well. There's also another theory based on the research that has found that people eat more immediately following the consumption of artificial sweeteners, probably because they're compensating for what they think is a healthy meal. I call this the Diet Coke effect. You think you're being healthy by ordering the Diet Coke so that you order the supersized fry to go with it. Having said that, there's also some more research out there that completely refutes and contradicts that finding as well.
Sounds confusing, and like the research is all over the place. Well, one thing I know for sure is that sugar is addictive. I ain't no sugar junkie.
It's funny you say that, Debbie, because there is some new early research to suggest that artificial sweeteners may carry some addictive properties. However, so far this has only been tested in animal models, so it's way too early to make any kind of conclusions from it, but definitely I want to keep my eyes on this.
Well, what about the diabetes? Don't doctors and dietitians like you recommend them to people to help manage their blood sugar thingy?
This is actually a really interesting area because new research suggests that increasing your intake of artificially sweetened beverages by 1 serving a day is associated with an 8% greater incidence of type 2 diabetes. A lot of experts believe that this is linked to how your individual gut microbiome changes in response to artificial sweeteners.
What? Can't you guys figure anything out? 1 minute you're saying one thing, and the next it's the complete opposite. Make up your mind, science community!
Not to confuse you any further, but another review concluded that it's still not clear whether there's a strong association between type 2 diabetes and artificial sweeteners.
Nah, too late, you've confused me. Well, my hippy-dippy dog walker raves about stevia. You know, the all-natural stuff? Well, it's settled. I'm hitting up Costco and loading up on the stevia. Hashtag stevia is life!
Man, you jump ship quickly, eh? Well, stevia is the new hottest addition to the sweeteners list, and actually was originally used for medicinal purposes.
But it's natural, so it's not the same thing as artificial sweeteners, right?
Well, actually, in that 2017 study that I mentioned earlier, stevia was included in that list of artificial sweeteners that were linked to weight gain. So it seems like stevia's natural properties don't necessarily protect it from some of its potential risks. On the other hand, a double-blind control study found that stevia may actually help to reduce blood pressure. However, the most recent review that I could find on the topic found that there was not enough strong evidence to suggest that stevia has any kind of benefits, and ultimately, more research is needed.
Great, Abby, you've left me more in the dark than ever before. Now what am I gonna put into my daily triple venti, extra hot, skinny, non-fat, no whip, no foam latte?
Deb, this is all just food for thought. The fact of the matter is, we don't have any super strong evidence to make any definitive conclusions. As of right now, all of the sweeteners on the market, whether artificial or natural, are considered safe. So I wouldn't freak out about using anything in small amounts. But we don't have any strong long-term evidence to suggest that any of these sweeteners are completely benign, not even the natural stuff. So until then, my recommendation is to focus less on which sweetener to use and more on how much sweetener to use, and just start to use less.
Goodbye, sweet life. I'll miss you.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. Just start with some small reductions and your taste buds will quickly adjust. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below with what sweeteners you use. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye!